Right mates, how's it going? In today's video, it's chapter 9 of Tides of Darkness by Aaron Rosenberg. Short chapter again, but pretty heavy on the lore side, so that's cool. Let's go!
I can't put that there. That bag is full. Please, join my fight. Help me attack over here. Get him!
Necros. Zuluhed, chieftain and shaman of the Dragonmaw clan, stomped through the corridors and gave any orc that dared get in his way a right dirty look.
I'm here. What?
Zuluhed approached his second and gave him a right dirty look as well.
How goes the weapon, Necros? Is it ready? Come and see for yourself.
Necros then turned and limped off, with Zuluhed following, muttering to himself. He hated this place. Grim Batol, the dwarves had called it, with its low ceilings and its even lower door frames. But at least, as the fortress was carved into a mountain, it was sturdy and easily defended. So it was alright, he supposed. After a few more moments of walking and mumbling, the two then arrived into a vast underground chamber, and there, chained to the wall by links of dark iron, was a sight that still made Zuluhed feel a little bit uneasy. A large beast, red as blood, red as flame, a dragon, and not just any dragon either. This was Alexstrasza, the greatest of the red dragons, mother of her flight, and queen of her people, perhaps the most powerful creature in this world, and yet the Dragonmaw clan had somehow captured her. Well, Necros had captured her. Flashback time. The clan had been searching for a dragon for weeks. Any dragon would have done. And one day, they spied a lone male with a wounded wing flying above a forest. So they followed it, back to its lair. And the lair was kind of surrounded by red dragons, flying around like birds. So the Dragonmaw orcs watched the lair for several days, because they had no bloody idea what to do next. Until finally, Necros arrived, announcing he'd tamed the demon soul. So the orcs then very cautiously entered the lair, and to their surprise they found the Dragon Queen, Alexstrasza, hanging about with her 3 husbands. She noticed them immediately and killed 4 orcs in an instant, but Necros then stepped forward by himself and ordered Alexstrasza to follow him. And to everyone's surprise, she did, as did all of her husbands. Needless to say, the rest of the clan had started singing songs about Necros ever since. The orc that single-handedly cowed an entire dragonflight. But Necros wouldn't have even been able to do it without Zuluhed. I found that artifact. Should have been me that was able to wield it, the chieftain thought. Not my peg-legged apprentice. But the demon soul had refused to respond to Zuluhed and his shamanic magic. It only answered to Necros. But on the plus side, that meant Necros was stuck down here in these caves, while Zuluhed could continue fighting for the Horde. And Necros was fine with that arrangement as well. Ever since a human had severed his leg below the knee, he'd become quite useless in combat anyway. Zuluhed then started to step forward. So, have we...
Wait.
Necros then pulled the demon soul from a pouch and held the disc aloft.
Come.
The disc then kind of sparked, with the sparks coalescing into a shape. The shape of a bloke, powerfully built and wearing strange armour. Its eyes were balls of black fire.
We will enter.
The creature then burst into sparks again, and Necros turned to his chieftain and nodded. So Zuluhed resumed his advance, a little bit more cautiously this time, because he had no idea what that was all about.
Have you come to gloat then, little orc? Have you not tormented me and my children enough? Not to gloat, just here to make sure all is arranged. You understand what will happen if you refuse us? That has been made abundantly clear.
Alexstrasza then turned her gaze to the far corner of the chamber. A handful of pale objects lay clustered there. The remains of dragon eggs, smashed in order to ensure her compliance.
You will not succeed. You have chained me, but my children will defy you and win their freedom. Not while we have this.
Necros raised the demon soul, and the Dragon Queen's body arced in pain.
I will kill you someday. Perhaps. But until then, you and yours will serve the Horde.
The 2 orcs then left that chamber and made their way to another one. One that opened out along the side of the mountain, providing a view of the many other red dragons circling the fortress.
Release her! Release our mother! Never.
Again, Necros raised the demon soul, and the dragons in the sky kind of spazzed out a little bit.
Your mother is our captive, as are her mates. They will remain so. You, all of her children, will serve us. Serve the Horde, or she will die screaming for the pain you just felt. And without her, your flight will die. For without Alexstrasza there will be no more red dragon hatchlings. You'll be the last of your kind.
The dragons cried out in anger, but the Dragonmaw chieftain knew they would obey. They had no choice. Now, all they needed to do was fashion some leather straps and reins and seats and stuff, and then the Horde would own the skies. This was their secret weapon. The humans had troops and cavalry and ships, but they could not take to the air. Fire would rain down upon them, destroying them and their equipment, and there was absolutely nothing they could do about it. This was going to make the Horde invincible. And we're leaving it there! RTS games are basically just rock, paper, scissors, which is why this book, that's based on Warcraft 2, is precisely that. So in the next chapter, the Alliance gain an air unit of their own and the status quo is restored. As usual, links in the description for the book, my Patreon page, my Discord, all of that stuff. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, all of that bollocks. And all that's left to say is, thanks for watching, and see ya!